Be ready, stay ready, man. You travel around, you never know what's going to happen. Just saying, stay ready. We're leaving Las Vegas.
Grant Cardone tweeted 3 hours ago, to all who will use Las Vegas shooting to push your gun control agenda, trust me, you want to be armed. When these things happen, I was there. Hashtag gun control. The gun used was illegal. Gun control only stops you from defending yourself, and only a coward would give up that responsibility.
We were literally, ELENA, Johnny the camera guy, we were at ground zero. Freaking terrible tragedy. Praying for the families this morning. Our prayers and hopes and wishes go out to all the families, the deceased, the injured, people on critical list. I just want to say how proud I am of my team. ELENA was phenomenal. It's the kind of partner you want by your side. Calm, calculating, planning, on board, team member. I got Johnny. Johnny was at my side all night for the last 12 hours. We had a plan. We got moved 3 times last night, and we're finally going home today. We just got released from the hotel. So, all of you that have been pulling for us, thank you so much. Appreciate your prayers. And hey, ELENA, appreciate your prayers and your wishes and your. So grateful for all of you. Hold on one second, I'm gonna try to take a photo. So really appreciate each and every one of you pulling for us. Maybe your prayers and hopes and wishes for us kept us safe last night, so we really appreciate it. And really appreciate all of you pulling for us. We don't take you for granted. Okay, we know, I believe all that works. So one of the reasons we do so much of reaching people out to people. Thank you, Ryan.
Grant Cardone, Facebook. Filled with a sad heart, ELENA and I are flying home from Las Vegas after the tragic and senseless shooting resulting in 59 deaths and over 500 injuries. ELENA and I were at ground zero when this happened last night. We were literally only a few doors where the shooter was later found dead and had been living there not far from the shooter for the last 4 days. On Sunday night, the night of the shooting, we were holding a meet and greet for investors of Cardone Capital. Almost 100 accredited and qualified investors showed up at the foundation room on the 43rd floor. I think it might be the 64th, I'm not sure, but 63rd. At the Mandalay Resort to learn more about what I'm doing in the real estate space, just a few floors above the shooter. We started at 7 p.m. and at 5:58 I invited a bunch of people to go play a little Hold'em poker on the ground floor casino before we flew home to Miami. It didn't take us more than about 12 minutes to move from the foundation room on the 43rd floor to get set up for poker in the casino at 10:03. We didn't know we were literally passing the floor where the shooter was preparing, where we sat down and got chips. We literally played our first hand where Kevin Harrington won ace high against my camera guy, Johnny the camera guy, who's trying to bully Harrington, who didn't go for it. 10:08 p.m. This is the first reporting of the shooting. We started noticing something was changing in the casino amongst the staff and other players. There was an energy in the hotel room, some random noises, and a light panic moving through the hotel. I opened Twitter to find out there was an active shooter at the Route 91 Country Concert Festival across the street from the Mandalay Bay, where there was 3,000 people had gathered for the last 3 days. Every day I pass this location just outside the Mandalay Bay, traveling to the other hotels for meetings. While we move to the casino, keep in mind the other half of my team is still in the foundation room at the top of the hotel, just a few floors of the shooting, including Ryan, Teskiel, My other pilot, Andrew, Larry, Bennett, Forbes, Riley, Cole, A. Hatter, Legacy the dancer, and a bunch of the clients and investors. With me was ELENA Cardone, Johnny the cameraman, Kevin Harrington and his team, and others, and another 7 investors. I told ELENA and Johnny, stay close to me. We are not running out. Stay calm. There is one person in charge. Where I go, you follow, no matter what. ELENA's combat and defense training immediately kicked in and started looking for the most secure places to hunker down. The poker shift supervisor, Joe Mignano, great guy, recognized me as a social media influencer and showed us an exit at the back door of the poker room that would be good for an escape if necessary. ELENA asked him about the locked door just a few feet behind our table, and she was told that's locked and only for employee executives. About that time, there was starting to be a lot more activity throughout the casinos, and reports that the activity terrace was 3 and that they were moving throughout the hotel. Twitter lights up suggesting multiple hotels being attacked, bomb threats, and terrorists moving through the main casino at Mandalay Bay shooting guests. You can see and feel the terror start to spread throughout the building, and I reminded our team, stay calm, stay close, and don't run. The next thing I know, the employee executive door just behind us opened, and before it closed, ELENA calmly and elegantly jumped up and jammed 4 fingers inside the door just before it closed. I got up, John followed, we moved into the private space, and the rest of our team followed. These back rooms were quickly filled up with Mandalay Bay employees and executives. The first thing ELENA did was look for secure places to hunker down the team in case of an attack. She looked for the offices that were locked and insisted they be unlocked, and told our team to be prepared to use those spaces if necessary. While she did that, I found a great place to set up to offer a counterattack in case the shooters were to start moving through the casino shooting people as we were being told. We were later evacuated to the underground holding area as the FBI and local police, after the shooting had stopped and it was discovered the shooter had killed himself. I'll leave the link in the description box if you want to read the rest. Tweeted 9 hours ago, freedom can't be provided by a government.
So we're leaving Las Vegas now. ELENA, what's your takeaway here?
The takeaway is, I'm happy to be alive. We're fortunate. And number 2, I can't stress the value of training. It really kicked in yesterday in such a major way. And I think that can be the difference between life and death in a life and death situation. So be aware, be alert, know your surroundings. And if you can get any training, get training. It's better to have and not need.
Yeah. And you guys need to have these conversations with your spouses. Like when something goes down, who's in charge, right? Who's doing what? So, because you can't have, at that moment, you can't have 2 people wanting to go 2 different ways. It doesn't matter who's in charge, but one person has to be. Where we going? What we doing? Otherwise, you get, because our group, we had no pandemonium. We had nobody freaking. We had a couple people. One person had too much alcohol.
We had methodical thoughts, plans, action.
Yeah.
We were constantly surveying our sources, our resources, surveying friends
online.
Where could we be the safest? How can we survive the next moment? And we just took action. Our group was really amazing.
Calm the whole time.
Very calm.
And our calmness spilled over to everybody else. I really believe that.
Yeah, and a few of the girls that went into panic mode, we were able to calm them down really quickly. We're like, look, this is the plan. We're safe.
And they and because we were calm, they were calm.
Yeah.
So we were on the, first of all, we stayed on the 20th floor, which there was reports that there was somebody shooting from the 20th floor. You'll look online, you'll see that, but he was actually on the 32nd floor. We were above that on the foundation room. So 6 or 7 minutes prior to the shooter, we were in the foundation room on our way down the elevator where 100 people in the foundation room, Kevin Harrington, Forbes Riley, Elena, myself.
Yeah.
We were in the foundation room, and I said, hey, let's go ahead and go down to the casino. And we did go down to the casino, and what happened was, literally, I'm talking 7, maybe 9 minutes at the max. We go down the elevator, 60-something floors. I think that's where the foundation room is. I'm not sure. You guys might need to check. It doesn't really have a number, so I don't know how high that hotel goes.
Yeah.
I know that's the biggest hotel if not America, for certainly Vegas. So Kevin Harrington was there, Forbes Riley was there, Elena was there. We had another 185 investors in our real estate looking at what we're doing with purchasing real estate. Somebody said the foundation room's from the 63rd floor. You'll see a video that was shot from the balcony after we left. We went down into the casino. We sat down in the poker room, the Hold'em poker room. There was about 10 of us, maybe 12 of us. Actually, there was 12 of us. And we sat down, literally all got chips, and the whole thing went nuts.
We started to get a text saying active shooter.
Yeah, and that he was moving through the hotel. The truth is, what was happening was SWAT was moving through the hotel.
Right.
And to go up to that floor to get him. So we were calm. We got moved 3 times to 3 different locations. I was separated from Ryan, Andrew, the other half of my team. Johnny, the camera guy, was with us. And dude, that guy was freaking amazing. Okay. It was scary, but you know, we knew, hey, let's get ourselves in the best possible position we can. I can't answer that question about that. Now, we didn't hear shots. I thought I heard something in the hotel, but yeah, he is down. Okay. We didn't hear shots. Again, we were in the hotel. But what we saw on TV was the event across the street. And I'm like, that thing is happening across the street. We're all right over here. There's no way that guy makes it back to Mandalay. Well, the reality is the guy was in the Mandalay shooting down on this audience. So the shooting, I don't know. Again, we weren't in the shooting. So some people say it was like 10 minutes long. So look, the point here is not to belabor the point of the shooting. It's to have a good team, man. Have a good team. Talk about these things happening when you go on events. Who's going to be in charge if something goes nuts? What if you get separated? Okay. What's expected of each party? Okay. Like when this thing started, we didn't try to move through the hotel.
I just tried to get us behind that locked door. So we need to get off the main public floor, and we went and locked ourselves in the employee offices. And behind in the offices, I found one locked door and just told the ladies, look, we hear gunshots, this is the plan. We go in there and the guys, you know, protect us.
Yeah. Okay, well, appreciate you guys. Again, we're leaving Las Vegas right now, back to Miami. So, you need good partners, folks. You need good friends. You need people on the same page. You can't have people going 17 different ways.
And lastly, I just want to tell everyone that Mandalay Bay did a really great job of moving us down to the basement, getting people fed in the staff cafeteria down there with blankets, remaining calm, keeping everyone calm. This morning, when they finally did open the casino, the Starbucks, we ordered our Starbucks. It was on the house. They really just tried everything they could to
They were calm. They were
ease.
cool. They treated you right. A bunch of them knew me. By the way, this social media thing is real, folks. Okay? I'm down there with 150 people and probably knew 15 of them. 15 of them knew me. So you want friends everywhere you go. Right. Your parents telling you to fly under the radar. You don't want to fly under the radar, man. You got to get attention. You know, now you got to decide now what kind of attention are you going to get. What are people going to know you for? Are you the guy they're like, oh, that's that guy with the wife and the 2 kids and he helps people? Or is it the guy, you know, that's you just got to decide. Who do you want to be when shit hits the fan? Because who you were yesterday is going to show up when the shit hits the fan, I guarantee you. And not just you, but the rest of your crew. So we didn't have a bunch of drunk people around us. We didn't have a bunch of drugged people around us.
No.
We didn't have a bunch of people creating chaos and la 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 and tripping out and making people nervous. We had people making each other calm.
We had plans, actions.
So just think about it. It's going to happen to you one day, man. Guarantee it. Bad things happen to good people. Stay stable.
It's just what version is it?
Stay calm. Have a plan. Make the best of a bad event.
If there's a shooting at USC right now, let's send all of our prayers over there.
Send your prayers.
Send all your good vibes that protected us over there to them. We'll be doing the same.
One thing you don't want to do, one thing I know for sure you don't want to do in these things, you don't want to run. You don't start running. If we'd have run last night, we'd be out on the streets all night. We would have not had a place to go. I don't know, maybe Brad Lee would have come and picked us up, but okay. So God bless you guys. It looks like we're hung up in the takeoff here a little bit. Be great. Take care of your families. Get a plan.